Hi there, 'tis I, Midnight Neon, and I am giving you a sound warning with this clip. There is large amounts of loud sounds, so for those who are sensitive hearing or wish to not become hard of hearing or deaf, just know that there is loud sounds ahead. You can watch the video on mute, or I would recommend going to another video where it's not nearly as loud. So, fair warning, loud sounds. Enjoy! Hey, my neon lights, 'tis I, Midnight Neon. I am using a model this was a remake of my original model that I had made. Not the one that I used from Hyper. This one I made myself, which in its original state was, like I adjusted the jawline. Clearly, I redid the lips, as you can now see I'm actually wearing actual lipstick on my model. I redid the face markings. I redid my eyes. This eye's a brighter shade of purple, and this one's a brighter shade of pink. And I still have my elf ears and my kitty cat ears, and hold on, I'll just turn my head around. The ears are a slightly brighter shade than they were before, and I got a hair ribbon or bow. I think it's a hair bow made out of my hair because I can't recolor it. I haven't learned how to do the texturing and recoloring properly yet. And the top I'm wearing was like the originals. I just left the arms a little bit more poofy than before, and I did work on my tail a bit. And now the skirt is a plaid skirt, and I made it a little longer. And in doing so, it doesn't look like it, but the tail actually sits higher than it appears. So, yeah. And then I had on my white thigh-high socks, and then my cute little purple shoes with a lighter shade of purple, and then on the back I got little bows. So, just a quick rundown. I'll probably end up posting a pre-recorded video as a debut. I wanted to do it live stream, but I've been having so much trouble getting the internet installed. I was trying to get fiber optic internet, for like the best speed possible. However, I'm just having some trouble with it, that's all. Mainly it's just location, price, and affordability. Just all the usual suspects, So anyway, let's get on with Kentucky Ballistics with Scott. And okay, so now this is, like it says up here at the top what the title is. My 50 cal exploded again, recreating my accident. So this is him explaining how he got that the injury that he's always talking about. So hopefully, guys, we will have some good old-fashioned education and yet some really good entertainment. For a guy that survived that, he's actually surprisingly not that bitter about it. He's still pretty good about it. All right, let's get a move on, shall we?
So today we are going to be trying to recreate my accident. It's not as tough as I thought it was. This round...
Hold on, why is the quality so low? It's not one thing after another, huh? 720. Can we do 1080?
should produce 190,000 PSI. We ain't playing around now. Maybe this will do it. What's up, everybody? My name is Scott and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and today is going to be a very interesting video. Let me go show you what I got set up and we're going to get started. So today we are going to be trying to recreate my accident from April 9th, 2021. If you're new to the channel, let me get you caught up. If you want, you can go back and watch the original video, but a quick recap would be on April 9th, 2021, a 50 caliber rifle, this exact model, exploded and almost killed me. This is a Serbu RN50 single shot 50 caliber rifle. It has a heavy barrel and the...
Look at how thick that gun is. Look at that. Look how thick that barrel is. That thing clearly is caused some serious damage. And it's like a single shot. Like, you can only put the one bullet in it and that's it. Look how big those rounds are too. My God.
Breech has been chambered to accept slap rounds. On April 9th, we were shooting this fire hydrant back here that's right behind this steel target. We shot it several times with other ammunition, and I had some slap rounds that I had been using for quite some time. That day, I used some new slap rounds from a new batch that I had purchased. The first round I shot out of the new batch actually hit about 2 foot to the right of what I was aiming at. I'm not perfect. I assume that maybe I just flinched really bad on that shot. I don't normally flinch when I shoot, but that's the only thing I could chalk it up to. At the end of the video, we decided to shoot the fire hydrant one more time with the slap round. So I grabbed another round from the new batch that I had acquired, loaded it into the RN50, took aim at the fire hydrant, pulled the trigger, and when I did, the entire breech detonated. I brought some goodies today. The original rifle is at Serbu Firearms, so I do not have it with me, but I do have a piece of it. So when the gun went off, this heavy cap was sheared off at the threads. I was wearing these safety glasses. Yeah, so that cap hit me about right there. When this hit me in the face, I went blind instantly in my right eye. I have regained my eyesight, but I was blind for about 24 hours. It also broke my cheekbone, broke my eye socket, and broke my nose. You'll notice here on the gun, there's these ears right here. The reason they are there...
Wow. Whoa, he survived a lot of damage, man. I mean, a lot of damage. Like... Well, I mean, I could, I don't know. Let's see if that playback was
there is so if you don't have this cap screwed on all the way, you can't shut the gun. It also works as some sort of a safety. Once the gun is closed, those ears are lined up perfectly with the back of that cap. When that cap blew off the gun, it sheared both of those ears off of the gun. Here's one of them. This jagged piece of metal hit me right here in the throat. The other one zipped by my head, blew a hole in this hat, and blew it right off my head. This piece of metal is the exact piece of metal that was inside me. You're shooting in this position, it came down, lacerated my jugular, and then continued down into my rib cage, puncturing my right lung, and it would later collapse.
Holy crap, man. He shouldn't even be alive with that kind of damage. That is wild. That is wild.
I'm sure you noticed I said lacerated jugular, so I was losing a lot of fluid, and the only thing that saved me that day was my dad and my left thumb. Among other things, yes. I had a broken finger, my lip was
Yes, way to go, Dad. Way to go, Dad. And apparently his left thumb.
completely opened up. I was cut above my eyebrow and had other cuts on my face. Took my left thumb, wrapped it in my shirt, crammed it in my throat, and got in the truck. And then we proceeded to drive really fast. The doctors say that if we wouldn't have shoved my thumb into my neck, that I would not have made it to the hospital. I've had some new viewers ask what this shirt means, so now you know. Fast forwarding, I'm gonna try to keep this a little shorter. If you want the extended version, you should go check out the original video. But long story short, I went to Vanderbilt Hospital in Nashville, Tennessee. They cut me open from here all the way up to here, repaired my lung, removed all the shrapnel from inside me, repaired my jugular, operated on my face, had to reconstruct these bones, operated on my hand, sewed me all back up. There's lots of other unpleasant things that happened too. I recommend that you watch the original video because I go into more detail there. I went home about a week later, beat
Holy, back that up, back that up.
In Nashville, Tennessee. They cut me open from here all the way up to here, repaired my lung, removed all the shrapnel from inside me, repaired my jugular, operated on my face, had to reconstruct these bones, operated on my hand, sewed me all back up. There's lots of other unpleasant things that happened too. I recommend that you watch the original video because I go into more detail there. I went.
Holy crap, man. Look at that. There's his eye and his nose he was talking about. Look, right there along his neck. That was where his jugular was hit. He must have had some damage done to his arm too, because they don't just wrap your arm up like that. And that small patch, that's probably where they had like IVs and stuff in him. Oh man, dude was in some incredibly intense stuff. Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing.
Home about a week later, beaten, bruised, scarred up, and really low on fluid. But I was very happy to be alive and very blessed to be alive. The doctors at Vanderbilt Hospital told me that most people would have died from those injuries. Now, back to the gun. What caused it to blow up? Well, we know the barrel wasn't obstructed because the last round we shot at the fire hydrant before shooting the last slap round, we could see stuck out of the back of the fire hydrant. There was no other damage to the barrel. The only thing that happened was the breech detonated. For that to happen, you have to have an overcharged round. We believe that this ammunition was old or something like that, but now we believe that this ammunition is most likely counterfeit. Normal operating pressures for a 50 BMG is 55,000 PSI. From what I've learned, for this 50 cal to fail like it failed, we're looking at pressures of 180,000 PSI. The only thing we can think of is this ammunition has been tampered with or is counterfeit in some way. I still have 12 more of these things, and I want to know, are they going to cause the gun to fail again? And if it does fail, is it going to fail in the exact same way? Well, we're going to find out. Mark Serbu sent me another RN50 that is the exact model that I had that day. Props to him for sending it because he knew exactly what I was going to be doing with it. Now that I've shown you the gun, let me show you how we're going to be doing this today. So I built a testing area. The rifle is going to be in here, about right here. So we have an idea of how this gun is going to blow up if it blows up. We've built a cinder block wall, so if that cap blows, it's going to hit the cinder blocks. I have a piece of Lexan protective glass over the top and a piece of Lexan protective glass on the side. There's going to be a slow-mo camera sitting right next to the rifle, so if it does blow up, we can catch everything in slow-mo. And then I have a Ballistic Dummy Labs head with an Under Armour gray hat and safety glasses. We've drilled a hole through the cinder block so that we can run the string through it. That way we can pull straight back. It's going to be attached to the trigger. The string goes about 150 feet that way, and then we're going to be hiding behind a truck. If anything does go wrong with the rifle, we're going to be 100% protected. All right, so it's time to get started, and we're going to start out with a test shot. This is a standard 660 grain 50 BMG full metal jacket. Hold our round in. And today, every time we close this, we're going to be extra safe. Keep our thumb on the hammer as the gun shuts. We're going to keep our thumb on the hammer while we take the safety off. Now we're going to get back and pull the string and make sure it functions properly before we start loading it up with slap rounds. All right, first shot. Let's see if it works.
Here we go, guys. Here we go. No explosion. That's still pretty tough though.
Gun test fired effectively. Looks like our little system works good. Open this up. Good to go. And we blasted our sandbag. All right, well.
I'm thinking that rifle is some type of anti-materials rifle. I mean, I don't see the point in having a gun that big for pretty much any reason. It has to be an anti-materials rifle. Like the rifle is known for punching through tanks and stuff.
I guess we start putting slap rounds in it. Slap round number 1 of 12. I have to be honest, I'm really excited right now. I'm really curious to see what happens with this. I've been wondering this since the accident. Are all of them bad, or was it just that one round? We're about to find out. Okay. Safety is on. Loading slap round. Putting the cap back on ever so gently. It's tight. I keep a thumb on the hammer as we close it. Scott is down. Okay. Safety's off. Here we go.
Okay, so that round was good. Jesus, every time
That shot sounded, at least from back there, a lot louder than the Full Metal Jacket. The gun looks solid. Let's open this thing up. That is, ooh, that's on there tight. Holy smokes.
Ooh, that must have been,
Okay. I can't even pry this out of here. Okay, we're gonna have to do something else. Well, if you couldn't already tell from the slow-mo shot, that was a spicy round. Let me show you how I can tell without the slow-mo camera. For one, it took vice grips and about 10 minutes to finally get that shell casing out of there. Look at our cap. It's stamped.
whoa, 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 whoa. Seriously?
That cap. That's not supposed to happen. I'm gonna go ahead and place my prediction now. I don't think we're gonna 10 minutes to finally get that shell casing out of there. Look at our cap.
Oh my God. Yeah, okay. So you see that ring? That should not be there. Those letters shouldn't be there. That gun, that round was way overloaded, man. It was impressive that gun did not explode like the one that injured him. Holy moly. Holy moly.
It's stamped. The back of this shell casing stamped that cap. That's not supposed to happen. I'm gonna go ahead and place my prediction now. I don't think we're gonna make it through all 12 rounds. Either one, the gun's gonna blow, or two, we're not gonna be able to get a shell casing out of there or something. Something's gonna malfunction. I just so happen to have another one in my pocket. So we're gonna get loaded up and do it again. Slap round number 2. I'm gonna put Scott over here. Safety's coming off. Okay, slap round number 2, here we go.
Well, it made it through the second round.
So that time, we had a big enough muzzle flash and explosion to blow over our leg sand. All right, let's have a look at this thing.
Is he gonna get it out again, guys? Is he gonna get it out again? This is your moment to debate among yourselves. Does he successfully get that next round out of the barrel? I don't know. I'm gonna guess that he does, because the gun hasn't blowed up yet, and that's the whole point of this particular video, is that he does.
Ugh. Man, did the same thing. That primer is pushing back out. Be really curious to see if this one pops out. No. So we had to vice grip it last time.
Okay, on a gun like that, I do know this. On a gun like that, the only reason, there's only like 2 reasons a round like that will stick in the barrel. Either the round itself got so hot that the metal expanded outward and fused into the surrounding material, or the my brain just like, well, actually it's part of the same thing like I just said, but or it expanded the round so much that it's like constricted or pushed up against the walls, and you got to force it back out. But that is insane how powerful those rounds are.
Okay, so we had to use vice grips again. We're both having to hold onto this rifle and twist and twist and twist and finally get it out of there. It is stuck in there good. You can see that primer again. Yeah. These rounds, these are bad. Our bore is clear. Guess we're gonna keep going. Now, because these rounds are seizing up every time and we're having such a hard time, we put just a little bit of motor oil around the edge in here so that maybe we can get this thing out a little easier next time.
I don't think so, but I'm not a gun expert, so.
Scott is down again. All right. Safety's off. Round number 3.
Man, it makes me jump every time. Look at that. That thing is so powerful that the debris that's just laying on the ground flies through the air.
Still looking okay.
Maybe.
That one's on there good. That's on there real good. We got it loose. It's taken a while. It's taken some ingenuity, but now we can open it. And if I had to guess, the reason this is so hard to open right now is because these threads are getting a lot of pressure on them. If you look right here, that primer is almost coming out of the shell casing. So we'll go ahead and just...
Yeah, those rounds are definitely bad.
Nope. You see, folks, it's not supposed to be this hard to get your shell casing out.
He's got it. He's got it.
There we go. Now it's moving. Well, that was round number 3. Our bore is clear. Slop round number 4.
I don't think this gun's going to be able to take much more.
Slop round number 4. Here we go.
Oh. Okay, it didn't blow. Okay, he just fell over because of the...
Let's see if the cap opens a little easier this time. Hey! All right. If I come from both sides. Hey! Came out a little easier this time. This one actually, the primer doesn't look blown out. Looks fairly normal. Bore is clear. Slap round number 4
was actually
seemed
normal.
to function kind of normally. But what about slap round number 5? Slap round number 5.
Pulling those out.
Okie dokie. Slap round number 5. That was louder than last time. Let's have a look-see. Okay. Slap round number 5. That was louder than last time.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at all that. That should not be that much. You're going to burn your face off with a gun like that. Holy moly. Holy moly.
Let's have a look-see. Okay, so the last shot came off nice and normal. This time again.
Yeah, bad batch of rounds.
Oh, that's on there real good. We're gonna have to. Took us about another 10 minutes to get this off. Again, what we're having to do, I just haven't been recording all of it, is we are literally having to wrap this strap around the cap, get it real nice and tight, and then 2 people are having to push to get this off of the gun. I highly doubt this shell comes out as easy as the last one. If it does, nope, I'm gonna put these back on. I ain't losing another eye today, okay? I'm telling you. Let's see here. Oh, I moved a little bit. Ah,
You got it out.
that primer's about falling out again. Bore is clear. Slap round number 6.
Yeah, them bullets are way overloaded with gunpowder or whatever.
All
it
right,
uses.
number 6. Here we go.
That's
Okay, so I thought something happened because I heard a bunch of noise, but our lake sand, well, it's not as tough as I thought it was. It opens, but that was felt a little rough. Oh, that primer looks different. Take a look at that. It's pushed in. Figure at some point this breech would loosen up a little bit after all this. Let's see. Hey, there we go. All right, we got that one out. That primer is all beat up. Bore is clear. I don't have to duck now. Slap round number 7.
it's on number
Okay,
7
slap
already.
round number
God.
7. Let's see how she opens this time. Hey, it's opening up. Wonder if we can get this out pretty easy. The primer looks fairly normal. Yep,
Oh,
that
another
doesn't
normal.
look bad. Slap round number 8. Put my safety glasses on. Whoops. Here we go. That was louder.
Yeah, someone gave him a bad
Okie dokie.
batch of rounds.
It's stuck on there pretty good again. And I can tell too, like when that boom is super loud, like you can tell that the round is way hotter. This ain't gonna come off. Ah, hey.
Oh man,
Whoa,
that one came flying out.
lost the
Oh.
whole primer that time. Whole thing popped out. Slap round number 9.
Damn. Holy.
Alrighty, number 9.
These things are getting more and more dangerous.
Dang, man. I mean, like that hurt my ears back here. And that was loud. Okay. It's on there good again. Oh, come on.
You got it, Scott. Come on.
They're just show muscles, you know? Ain't good for nothing. Oh, gosh. I can't believe that opened. It's still in there good. Okay. Man, look at that. That primer looks like it just wants to pop out again.
Probably will if he picks at it.
Yeah, it is. Look at that.
Yeah, came right out.
That just comes right out of there. Slap round number 10.
Ooh, number 10. That means he's only got 2 more after this, because I think he had like
Number
12
10.
rounds, didn't he?
Shoo!
I don't know if you guys heard it, but I did.
All right.
He said shoot, and then he
Let's see if I can just open
repeated
it right
it
here.
on the other camera.
Oh, hey, I forgot to hit record removing that last shell. It came out real good. Barrel is clear. Down to the last 2 slap rounds. This is number 11. Number 11. That sounded pretty normal.
Yeah, the muzzle flash wasn't as big. It was pretty normal round.
All right, gun's still looking good.
That was the more
Yeah,
deadly
I
ones.
expected that to just unscrew pretty easily.
The more normal ones are.
This will probably pop out super easy too. Yep. All right, this is the last slap round. Number 12.
Here we go.
Last one. Here we go.
Here we go. Last one.
That was good and loud.
I'll be darned. The gun survived. It survived.
Okay, well, that last slap round did not do it. We shot all 12 rounds I had left from that day, and they have not blown the gun, which is just showing me how much of a freak accident that really was that day. It's pretty obvious that some of these rounds are definitely super hot. Whatever I had loaded that day was super hot, because this thing has shot the last 12 rounds and the gun has not blown. But I really want to know if this gun will fail the same way it failed that day. So I come prepared. This round should mimic the pressures that it took to blow this gun on April 9th. I said that it took about 180,000 PSI to blow the gun like it did. This round should produce 190,000 PSI. Safety's on. Alrighty. We ain't playing around now. We know for a fact.
He backed up. Did
That
you
this should
guys
blow
see
the
that?
gun.
The cameraman backed up.
Closing
I think
the
the
gun.
cameraman's Scott's dad.
We removed some of the bricks so we can try to get a little bit better light in the slow-mo camera because it's getting dark. Scott,
That's
you're gonna
how
want
long
to put
it
your hat
been
right
like
there. Okay. Safety off. Thumb coming off the hammer. All right. Maybe this will do it. Here we go. Here we go.
Yep. Oh man. It blew right through that ballistics shell. Oh, look at the. Look, you can barely see it. It actually blew through the protective panel. It put a hole through it. Whoa. That's insane.
Okay, so that did it. That blew the gun. Here's the bill of the hat.
Whoa.
Oh, let's go check this out.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, look at that. Look, that's the same thing that happened to my gun. Threads are sheared off. This broke the same way. How's Scott over here? I think he took something to the face. Oh, it blew the back all to pieces. Where's the cap is what I want to know. Here's a piece right here. It blew that receiver to pieces. There's my cap. Here's, nope. All right, let's move this. So, barrel's clear. Oh dear, something shot through our plexiglass, blew right through it. All right, we've been looking for the cap for probably 45 minutes and we cannot find it. The slow-mo shows it shooting off to the right. So I knew there was a chance that we may not be able to recreate what happened on April 9th because April 9th was an absolute freak accident, and this proves it. We shot the other 12 rounds that I have and it didn't blow the gun, but we can tell they're a little off. They're creating a huge muzzle flash and they're really loud. They were causing the cap to be on there super tight. We were having to really work to get it off, and the rounds were lodged inside the chamber. And I came prepared today with a round that I knew would blow the gun, and I wanted to blow the gun so we could find out if it would fail the same way that it failed on me on April 9th, 2021. And
Scott, it sure did, buddy. It is a miracle you are alive, my friend.
sure enough, it did. Pretty wild. Look at this. We can't find the cap, but this is literally exactly, I'll put some pictures on the screen of what.
Look at that. Look how smooth those are. Those are not supposed to be that smooth. They're supposed to be ridged. Dang gone.
Mine looked like when it blew, but it sheared the threads right off. This broke the exact same way. Now, my lower receiver didn't come apart like this, but something interesting this time, check this out. These ears, they almost snapped, but they did not shear off this time. But they are bent all to heck. Also, when that round blew on April 9th, it blew the end of the case off, leaving the brass inside the gun. Guess what happened again? What we did learn today is if you have an overcharged round in an RN50, this is how it's gonna fail. That cap is coming off and it's coming right back at you. I mean, I already learned that. Kind of learned it the hard way. What do I think about the RN50? Do I think it's the RN50's fault? No, it's not the gun's fault. It is the ammunition's fault. It was an overcharged round on April 9th, and it was an overcharged round today that blew it also. I was really excited about today. I was really excited to see what would happen when we did this again. I was a little nervous today, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
but the cinder block wall and being 150 feet back with a string made me feel pretty good. I'm actually really pleased with the results we had today. Today's video meant a lot to me. This brings me closure because now I know. That's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy it, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed to Kentucky Ballistics, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button. Also be sure and check me out on Kentucky Customs, Kentucky Ballistics Shorts, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics, and I'll see you next time.
That was crazy, guys. That was crazy. Yeah, you know what, Scott? Yeah, you earned yet another like for that one. That was insane. Sure, man. Wait a minute. Wait. Nah. Yeah, I'm getting into my own head where I'm thinking I need to write like a whole speech. I don't need to do that. I'm just gonna write that. Yeah, there we go. That that was insane, guys. That was insane. Well, anyway, my Neon Lights. That was another episode of Kentucky Ballistics with Scott. That was him recreating his accident, and that was really awesome sight to see. So we'll see you guys another time. And remember, always shine brightly in the dark, my Neon Lights.